Okay, so I'm going to explain like a question. Someone just asked about like SEO, their website, and what to do. Okay, so SEO has changed. It's now in the past year or two, SEO is a combination of link building, but in the old days it was linking to you're getting links from anybody, and so these SEO experts would run around and get other agents to link to like a group. They'd link to each other's sites and they do all this stuff, right? Well, that's going away. What we've been saying for years, and now everyone's starting to know, is that SEO is based on clusters of authority, and it's things like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and then for real estate agents, it's Trulia, Zillow, and Homes.com. Sorry, the writing isn't that good. So someone asked me just recently, said, hey, what should we do? And they happen to have a website that is not on a great platform. So they're using a non-real estate theme in order to do it. Well, the thing about, and there's a couple types, when you talk about themes, right? There are people that take whatever they're making and slap on that it's real estate too. And then there's themes that have true, this is fake, okay, and then this is basically true theme that is made for real estate sites, not just stuff that, you do it your way or whatever, then they pop it on there. So because the architecture, how things work in the background, wow, I can't write today. The architecture in the background, just pretend that says architecture. The architecture in the background makes it to where your listings get indexed, from the IDX. Your listings get indexed better. The content gets indexed better. There's all these factors. The coding is favorable, for the real estate data. And that's just not the data from the IDX, but, how you run your site, with real estate terms, because it's different than, a bakery shop or, stuff like that. So basically, here's the thing that I would say is that you want to make sure your site is on an architectural platform that is, real estate positive. Okay, and then you also want to have your social media set up. Your Zillow, your Trulia, your YouTube, your Facebook, your Twitter, Homes.com, and there's a couple others that we give you when you contact us. And you don't have to buy from us. We just want to make sure that there's a lot of people out there that think they know the business. They've been around forever, and they think they know what's up, and then they come and late at night they crawl our sites and pick things apart and try to figure it out. Yet, so it's one of those things. We just get in our group, and we'll give you the full recipe, and you don't have to buy anything from us. So basically, the thing is that you get so for this particular client, what we said was, get your site on a theme and see how all your content and how it gets picked up by the search engines. And this particular person is really good at posting to Facebook, and they do blogging already. So, and they have that mindset. So the typical, web person in our business would say, they would talk about backlinks. They would talk about, the structure, and we'll just do this and this, the typical old style way of selling, right? when what we're saying is your site isn't performing like it used to, but it's on a bad platform. Put it on a good platform. Get all your accounts set up, optimized fully, and then have them all connected so that you are talking to, like when you post on your blog, it goes to Facebook and Twitter and a couple other accounts. When you do stuff on Zillow's coming out with something pretty soon, hopefully this week, which will be automatically imported into your site. There's all these things that you want to do. Every listing that you have, you want it in your YouTube account, not Tour Factories or whoever else, right? So there's this whole recipe. You want to get all that first, and see how that works, and then get your SEO, because half of this, like if you like blogging, you like posting, you don't mind answering some questions here or there when you can. You don't want to get tied down to it, but when you can, and you have a good website on a good platform, your site's gonna do well. And so you want to do that first, and then let SEO be. Now there's two types of SEO. There's the on-site SEO where someone goes through and makes sure that all the coding's great. But if you're moving to a new, if you need to get a new site, then you want to make sure that that's done at the new site stage. Then the second part of SEO is making sure that all this is connected rather than them doing the work, because it's not hard to do these. We have videos on all this stuff. And then you want to create like a 30-day, they call it a basal point, which means that this is how the site's behaving with all the new stuff, and then put in SEO, because you're gonna you want to use SEO when it's needed, and if you're moving to a new site and you're getting all these things connected and everything's working with each other, and you're blogging, you're posting, that's gonna create your social your SEO base, and then let them do things on the outside. That's what I would do if I was trying to figure out where to go from this. Now, if you don't do any kind of work, you don't do any kind of, you don't post, you don't blog, you think YouTube is spelled the letter U in the word tube, then this may not be for you. But this is for those that are, they have a site and they want to get something dialed in, and they're also thinking about SEO. SEO should be like a checklist to make sure that all this is done first. Then let your behavior, your habits of doing all this, create the basal point, and then put in, SEO where it's needed. Because SEO could mean, like, if you're running all these things, if you're running your YouTube, your Facebook, your Twitter, maybe there's some things on Zillow that you're not doing 100%, or Trulia. They both act differently. You should know the difference. That's where SEO comes in. SEO is not going to be, getting getting posts and backlinks and all that stuff. That's old news. And you got to have your social triggers. All these accounts need to be pointing back to your site in a positive way. Google needs to see buzz to the site, or and this is an advanced thing that most people won't get, even the guys that are trying to rip off our concepts. You can SEO your YouTube, your Facebook, your Trulia, or your Zillow. You don't have to SEO your website. We have clients that we purposely, because their market is really dense and everyone steals from everybody. When you put up a site, someone else puts up something similar. They take your code and they copy it. They're up at 3 a.m, running around trying to, do things, and they end up, taking your stuff. Well, what you want to do is get business in the areas that they can't find. They can't find you easily, while your site is ranking. Then when you have enough business and your site's ranking on some of the phrases that you can get listings or get the strategic clients, then you're big enough where it doesn't matter if they try and take stuff, because you've got so much weight on your YouTube with videos and Facebook posts, Twitter tweets, questions answered, and reviews done on Trulia, Same thing in Zillow and Homes and Google Places. You have all this weight. That's going to be your new SEO. Okay, so hope that helps. See ya.